When you think about your life and you reflect on it and look back at it, have you done that yet? First of all, have you actually stopped and said, what am I doing? Most people don't. I know we're in a pandemic right now, and as I'm speaking, I hope a lot of people have been reflecting back at the life they have lived and have thought about where they want to go in their life and kind of woke up to the reality that things aren't always going to stay the same. And I mean that in a sense that we kind of have this plan for our lives, and when it doesn't follow exactly what we thought would happen, we panic, because most people are not living a life that they planned. They're living a life just kind of floating on, and whatever happens to them happens, and they just kind of take it and then react to it versus being proactive in designing their lives. So I genuinely do not believe in living life that way. You have to map out a blueprint for your life, because otherwise it's the equivalent of getting in a car, going on a trip, and just driving and seeing where you're going to end up. Well, it could be good, it could not be good, and there's days that's great. But if you end up at the beach and you're packed for winter, you're kind of screwed, right? You want to have an idea of where you're going. You want to blueprint and map out your own life's journey, because it's amazing to me how many people go, oh, I'm not like that. They see somebody that's, has things they want, and they find every way to criticize that person that has the things they want, instead of actually saying, well, wait a minute. Why am I criticizing this? Why is it bringing up jealousy and anger? Or, why am I being judgmental to that person? Well, obviously, if you're being judgmental to a situation or a person or something somebody has, secretly you want that. So ask yourself, what's up? Like, what's up with that? Because there's no reason why you can't have it. And we make these things, oh, that person's life, they XYZ, and we make up these things that it was just easier for them, but we don't know that person's circumstances. At the same time, people that were born into all these luxurious lifestyles that we think is so fantastic, you don't know the type of that life that they're really living on a day-to-day basis and what's really going on in their heads. So the first thing you have to accept is this is it, right? Like, this is what you got. This is what you got to work with. I didn't look the way I did at one time. I wasn't, the way I am. I didn't have the mentality I did. I just accepted that this is all I got. This is what I've been given, so I better treat it right. Our bodies, we have to look in the mirror and go, this is what I got. We have to be honest with ourselves, because continuously beating ourselves up over the things we can't change and feeling sorry for ourselves isn't going to work. Accepting what we have to work with and then creating something from that is being honest with ourselves, honest with our limitations, honest with our weaknesses, and then saying, okay, how can I better myself to move toward the things that I really want? And you really can have anything and everything in this life, but you first have to look at your situation with full honesty, because the majority of people are miserable. The majority of people are in marriages they don't want to be in, or in relationships they don't want to be in, stuck in a job they don't want to be at, but they tell themselves that's just the way that it is, because they're too afraid to make changes, because anything that's, when you're making a change that's going against your routine, is uncomfortable. That's just how it is. However, when you get a vision of what you want in your life, and you can actually start to see things clearer of where you feel you need to be, or you want to be, or you want to make a change, you almost want to create the opposite fear of, what if I don't do that? What will happen then? So for me in my life, with my visions and where I want to go and where I know I'm going, and I say know I'm going, is because for me the fear of not taking action to get those things is scarier than the fear of me staying where I'm at. Because if I look at my life and I reflect back, I will honestly say I was never truly happy, and that's not because I wasn't trying to be happy or anything. It was just because there were so many things externally that were still controlling me mentally, and I had no idea the psychological hold people had over me because of the things that I put my energy into. And I thought there was no breaking from that. However, you have to let everything go. Everything go. And I mean everything. To then step back and realize, oh, okay, if I let this go, what am I really? Like, then you're just really, you got to think about it. You're just a spirit. Let everything go. Your body, this world, this present. I know it sounds kind of crazy and all of that stuff without going down this, that spiritual side of it. But really, what's left is your soul and who you are and your morals and your principles. And when we don't like to talk about it, but the reality is you're going to die one day. You don't know how you're going to die, but you will die. And so many people will live this life with this kind of coasting thing where they just kind of go on and they coast. They don't say the things they want to say to the people they love. They don't acknowledge their true feelings. They, continue to do things that keep them miserable in order to please other people, and they never put themselves first. Then what? Something happens, you die, and you never got to live the life you wanted to live. That's tragic. And it's not the type of life I want to live. I guess I've suffered severe abuse in my life over and over. Every type of abuse possible on this planet. And I used to just hate myself because I constantly felt it was my fault. Obviously, I was attracting these things, and in ways I was, but no matter what happens, getting over that victim mentality is the only way that you're ever going to find strength, because the only person who can save your life is you. However, you need the right guidance and you need to listen to the right people. And if you don't have those people in your life right now, which most people don't, who have been abused, don't have the resources or people giving them the right information, you have to seek it out and find it in a different way. That's what we do. So if you can't find it in person right now, hopefully we can find you a mentor or the right guidance or the right person to inspire you that you can relate to make you see that you're just as worthy as the rest of us. And I needed to discover that for myself before I released any programs, before I released any true information about who I was. I needed to know who I was at my core and believe that I was worthy. And now that I know I am, I really want to share the fact that you are too. And I want to help you in any possible way that I can through the right mentors, the right coaches, the right guides, knowledge brokers, whatever you want to call it. So we have a ton of different programs, so I'm sure we can find one that's right for you.